So, checking levels. You want to speak?
You're clearly really good at that.
Sweet. It's pretty dead on the first time.
Yeah? Are we good?
I think so, dude.
Levels. That was good.
That was so good.
That was so good. I wish we were recording.
I know. Oh, we were, actually.
Winning.
Welcome to Culture Beast, everybody.
Oh, I need a drink.
I do too. What are we having tonight?
Yellowstone bourbon, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's good love, baby.
Yeah?
That's what that is. It burns so good.
Let me get a little of this. What's the proof on it, you know?
I should probably know, but the bottle's so far away and I'm so very lazy at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a little burny. I like it.
I like it too. I think it's going to mellow out.
Yeah, but I like the flavor. I mean, the caramel right off the nose is like, damn.
Yeah.
I like
it's
that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Which I really, really like.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Make a hell of a Manhattan, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
Maybe next episode?
Maybe next one.
Sweet. Well, we're back
next one?
We're back in my garage. What?
I know. I'm so excited. Now, okay. I love the Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, Cigar Lounge is great.
I love Summit. But I feel like we're coming back home, you know? Like it's like we've been away in the big bad city and Mama wanted us to come home for Thanksgiving. So here we are.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, it just feels good. You know, it feels normal, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that just because we have it so locked, like on lock.
Yeah.
Like the audio and the video and how we set it up. I think it just feels good.
Yeah, and
there's no surprises.
Yeah, and the Summit always had people just kind of in and hanging out and contributing. And we were really super excited about them contributing.
Yeah, drunk people are my favorite. Not.
So so it's good to be back. It's nice to be back.
It is. It's very nice to be back.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. It's been a busy week.
It has been a busy week. Speaking of, I'm gonna light my cigar.
What are you smoking over there?
Hoya Red, baby.
What?
Hoya Red.
Hoya Red?
Hoya Red.
Nice.
Yeah. Hoya does a heck of a job. I like a lot of their stuff, but this Hoya Red is a go-to. It's consistent. It's good. It's a medium.
What is it, a stick?
Huh?
What is it, a stick? How much is it?
Depends on where you get it. I got this one from Stogie's, home of the Big Sky Cigar Company, and it was $8 something.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's a good little stick. Actually, the former owner of Stogie's, Scott Godfrey, turned me on to these.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, Scott Godfrey. He's a character.
With a last name like Godfrey, you have to be a character.
You have to be.
Yeah.
But he was the definition of character.
Nice.
I don't think he ever really knew my name. He always just called me Peckerhead. I'm not kidding. He'd be on the street with like CEOs of banks and lawyers and doctors, and he'd be like, "Hey, Peckerhead, what's up?" I just still don't think he knew my name, which is fine. I've been called a heck of a lot worse by a heck of a lot meaner people.
Yeah, why not?
So I mean, the shoe fits.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Put that sucker on. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
What I have the Sweet Jane tonight.
The sweet Jane.
Yeah, I figured
like
go
you do every night, Pinky.
try to take over. I don't know where that goes.
What are we gonna do tonight, Brian? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over.
That was such a good show. Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
a great show. And you know what? Animaniacs.
Mm-hmm.
God, I miss that. And Dexter's Laboratory.
Right.
Love Dexter's Laboratory. I mean, you know what that show is just about Elon Musk's childhood, right?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Oh, man. I forgot how much I love these cigars.
There's one thing I never do, Paul. I should say this in the microphone. There's one thing I never do, Paul. Is forget how much I love cigars. I never allow myself to have one spaced out enough to where I forget.
This one in particular is just so...
You love the Sweet Jane.
I do.
I love how... a box of them.
I should.
Cigar bid, baby.
It's so hard to drop like $200 on a box of cigars, though, you know? I love the taste of this cigar. I love how well it's packed because it's not tight. You know, it just is such an even draw.
Yeah, it's rolled
You
very
don't have to... I think what I like is you don't have to work for it, you know, because you have some cigars you just have to like work to smoke.
Well, a lot of times that's a humidity issue as well.
Right.
And a temperature issue and a moisture issue.
But this is the only cigar that I've had that's been...
we call it consistent.
Yeah, it's unbelievably consistent. Like the way it tastes, the way it smokes, the way it burns. It's so good.
Deadwood does a heck of a job.
Yeah, They're amazing.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Deadwood does a great job.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm good. It's just been a busy week.
Yeah.
Very busy week. My birthday month is coming up.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Everyone pin your calendars for November 20th.
Yeah. Which actually, if you tuned in this last week, Monday we were at the Blind Bison Speakeasy, and Trevin informed me, Trevin Sparbo, the great Sparbowski.
Right.
That
fits.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing now. We love you, Trevin. And told me that the next Blind Bison Speakeasy is going to be on the weekend of November 20th, which is my birthday. So we will actually, I think, be doing some fun little footage from that.
I think so too. Yeah.
It needs to happen.
Yeah, there's a fun
Drunk
video.
Hugh is coming to your screens. Cannot
Maybe
wait.
we should. We got a lot of views on
Maybe
that
we should
video.
edit.
We got a lot of views on that video, and I was kind of thinking maybe we should, like, if there's new people that are watching, kind of fill them in on kind of what we're doing and who we are and all that.
Oh yeah,
You know?
I guess because we're on episode 14.
14. Yeah, we've had a lot of new listeners.
So we're Culture Beast.
Mm-hmm.
This is Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul. That is Hugh.
I am Hugh.
Hugh S. Hunley, to be exact.
Hugh S. Hunley.
Yes.
The man, the myth,
The mother effing legend.
I was going to say that, but I was like, how explicit can I? I'll never forget, was it episode 4 or 5 when I said shit? And you kind of got a little flustered because it's extra work to make something explicit.
Right.
And you're like,
I have done it. You're supposed to check when something's explicit, put the E next to it. I haven't. I don't know.
well, I feel like podcasts are different. There's rules, but there's like less rules. There's more lax.
Yeah, I guess we'll find them when we bump into
I mean,
I don't know.
when we get sued.
Yeah.
My kid thought this was about a cartoon monster, and you said shit. Sorry, Karen.
So this whole thing was kind of birthed out of just like I know there's other people that love cultural things. So this is a very car heavy show.
Very car heavy.
But we also love cigars and alcohol, and I'm a professional barista. He's a professional bartender.
Professional. I'm not. I'm a mediocre several things. Not
but
really
you're a really good bartender.
Well, thank you. I like to drink a lot. That's where that came
Which
from.
makes you a good bartender.
Yeah,
I drink a lot of coffee, so that makes me a good barista.
But yeah, no, it is. It's this eclectic mix of like. So how I always explain it to people is that we like a lot of the same things, but we're on different ends of the spectrum of those things. Fashion, cars, booze, cigars, coffee. Well, almost all. BMX, I'm sorry. There's no spectrum for me because I fall.
Right.
But yeah, so I just think that's... And our conversations are ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So we just thought, well, maybe we should record them and people want to hear them.
And Hugh and I have been friends for 6 years now.
Long time.
Yeah. And so like as we've grown
it's weird. I can't remember what life was like without you. And I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, but here we are. It's like I'm stuck in the twilight zone. I can't remember when I was
every
happy.
Morning, it's Groundhog Day. And
yeah.
You wake
Sonny
up to
and Cher
trench
come
coat.
on. Yeah, dude. That was one time.
And so from that long friendship, like I've gotten into more of smoking cigars, through Hugh and classic cars and kind of like supercars and that sort of stuff. And Hugh's grown more into like tuner culture, coffee. He's actually considering buying a pair of sneakers. I'm
toying with it. Yeah, I'm flirting with it for sure. Paul is responsible for my skinny jeans.
Yes.
That son of a bitch.
You're welcome.
I was dead against skinny jeans, and Paul looked at me and said, within a year, you're going to be wearing them. And almost a year to the day, he was getting rid of some old clothes, and he goes, here, try these on. And I had them on for a second before we both realized what had happened.
Yeah.
And by God, if he wasn't right. And by God, if they weren't comfortable.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for me, you'd still be wearing Jinkos.
They weren't Jinkos.
Basically.
They were not. They were... I want to talk about something else.
So we've just, I don't know, started recording conversations, and what we did at the Blind Bison is what this wants to turn into is a travel vlog of sorts, where we go to different cities and we go to the speakeasies and the car meets and the coffee shops and the breweries and distilleries and suit shops, whatever.
Thrift vintage stores.
And we just comb the cities and see what's
music
there.
Scenes.
Yeah.
And the
BMX,
cool thing is
whatever.
that because of we've both lived a lot of places and we both make friends wherever we go, we have a lot of contacts in a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've got a guy, Patrick, love Patrick, literally almost basically saved my life in Chicago O'Hare Airport in the middle of a blizzard. Kept me from having to sleep in a hotel room. We became fast friends.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Portland. We have friends in Denver. We have friends. I mean, we have friends everywhere.
Right.
LA, and I just love it.
So it's kind of on the way too.
Mm-hmm. And it will still be even when we do it because I just think it's so much fun to sit down.
So we're gonna make this mobile so we can sit down with random people that we find that are influential and have conversations with them and get their stories.
Yeah.
So for those that are new, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. It'll be nice having you for the one episode before you think we're ridiculous and unsubscribe.
We had our first unlike on the video.
I know, which made me really happy.
Me too.
Because it means that somebody out there thinks we're crap. But everybody else thinks that person is wrong.
Right.
Which means that person, by logic and maths, is wrong.
That's fact. That's the odd man out. I finished watching Psych.
I've never seen it.
You haven't watched it?
Mm-mm.
You should watch it. The satire is
I don't know about that.
Amazing.
I'm not, but see, I don't like stupid humor.
It's witty.
Okay.
I didn't think I'd like it.
Dude, you know what show I think you would like? New Girl.
What?
Oh, it's so funny.
You think I'd like...
It's so funny. One, Zooey Deschanel is like your type.
She's cute.
In this show.
Yeah.
Second, it's amazing. And third, you have to meet Schmidt because I'm more of a Schmidt than I care to admit.
Schmidt?
Anybody who knows me and who knows New Girl will instantly peg me as Schmidt. Yeah.
Should I watch it next?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Okay. Maybe.
It's such a disappointment to the family.
I'm sorry. Well, you hear a show called New Girl. It's like...
Dude, it's so funny. And New Girl gave me my new favorite drinking game called True American.
True American?
Yeah.
What is this?
Well, there's a lot of rules, and you have to be drunk to understand most of them.
So you have to be drunk to understand the rules to a drinking game. Okay. Must be pretty intense.
We should probably get into culture beats now. We're getting really, really outfield here.
It's so nice to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
It's so good.
So we kind of go through some stuff here on the old...
Yeah, we have a couple of... I mean, they're always flexible, but we always kind of have a... we start off with some topics that are important to us, and then we always end with cars.
That's right.
Because we have the most to say about those.
That is true.
What do you want to start with?
I don't know. Fashion?
Yeah, I have some sneaker news. I never have sneaker news.
You never have sneaker news.
I've had sneaker news once in the 14 episodes.
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty excited about this.
Mm-hmm. And they're for you, Paul. Ask me because I think you'd like them.
Sweet. Well, I'm connected to my phone. Let's see if I'm actually... This is the bane of Culture Beast's existence.
Is the stupid
is the
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
We should just, we'll figure it out. One day we're going to have a big studio and plenty of people to do this for us.
That's right.
Until then, it's
we
Paul
use
and
the
Ryan.
Wi-Fi off my phone.
Speaking of, Ryan Sapola, our production manager, not here tonight.
Right.
He's got a show at Craft B&B.
Mm-hmm. The great Ryan Sapola.
Yeah, I kind of think I might stop by and just say hello when on my way home.
I thought about doing that too. I think that might be good.
To whose home? My home? Are you coming over?
I guess I am at my home, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Surprise, here I am. It's not loading. Load.
Do you want to connect to my hotspot?
Yeah.
I thought maybe. I just forgot that we don't have Wi-Fi out here.
It was nice having Wi-Fi in the old Summit. Semi.
Okay, go.
It was a good band.
What?
Okay, go.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a band. Dude, do you know that... what's his name? I can see his face.
Jim,
Willie
Mike.
Nelson and the lead singer of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs just did a cover
Nuh-uh.
of Under Pressure by
No.
David Bowie and Queen.
That's
and it
amazing.
was dope.
Really?
So good.
Wow.
I'm dying. I need to drink. It's amazing how much bourbon will kill whatever's in your throat. Are you connected now?
I am. But
Hallelujah.
it is struggling still.
That's unfortunate.
I'm going to restart it and see what happens.
Okay. Well, do you want to vamp for a minute or just want to?
Yeah, you want to talk about something cool?
Oh, yeah. I've got some music news that we can't pull up.
Okay, yeah.
So, friend of mine, Nathan Graham, met him in Michigan. Still stayed a good friend of mine. He has a band in a recording studio in Chicago, and he does like real bluesy, real like funk soul, like just kind of a grunge blues, which I love. His band's called The Lucky Dutch, and if you don't know them, please listen to them. You should listen to their All on the Watchtower cover, Jimi Hendrix song. It is unbelievable, and Nathan is just a rad human being. And he has a new single out called Fake Friends.
Sweet. Is it on Spotify?
Yeah. It's
Nice.
dope. It came out today, I believe.
A lot of good music came out today.
And while we're waiting, I'm going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Today, October 30th, the first episode of Season 2 of The Mandalorian dropped.
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea how excited I am. Being a huge nerd, for Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Star Trek, most of the nerddom,
Right.
I'm a Whovian. If you write into Culture Beast, if you're listening or watching and you write into Culture Beast and you can tell me what a Whovian is, I will give you a shout out next episode.
Rad.
I'm a huge Whovian. I'm a Tenet Whovian too. That's my favorite of the Whovians.
I have absolutely no idea
know,
what
which
any
is
of this
even
means.
better. Are you a Whovian? Okay, that's fair, but you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Haley understands.
Do you understand what that means? Ah, schmucks all of you. No,
that was the series I was going to start next, was
what?
Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, okay. I almost said screw the new girl, but that's not a sentence I ever want to say again.
No.
So I may just put the new girl on the back. There's really no way of saying.
No.
Do the Mandalorian first. I can't say that either. Gosh dang it.
Don't do the new girl first. Do the Mandalorian. That sounds like some dance.
Shit,
Do the
here we are
Mandalorian.
again. That's almost as bad as the knuckle puck
The knuckle
incident.
puck.
So for those of you who haven't watched it, go back and watch it because I'll explain it again. So Paul talked about this band called Knuckle Puck, and I didn't hear Knuckle Puck. And so my response was, oh, all the way up there, huh? And then, of course, we're off the air. Mothers were calling in. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We almost got threatened with lawsuits and
the one actually. Yeah, I got talking to by my mother about sexual harassment. I'm kidding. That didn't happen. She lectures me, but not about that. I'm a good boy.
Harassment.
Yeah, goddamn harassment. So yeah, sneaker news. Now that we're back up. And running,
right back.
That was
running.
a great 5-minute vamp. I thought
it was nice.
it was informational. It was intentional, punctual, and it didn't make any sense.
Not a lick.
Yeah, perfect.
Your Wi-Fi is really slow, brother.
Well, I'm in a.
I'm just saying.
Do you want to use your Wi-Fi? Oh wait.
It's recording with. My phone's recording this.
I'm well aware of that.
It's over there.
I'm well aware of that.
Phone. Oh, here we go.
Hey Dalton, do you want to be a guest host when I quit this shit show? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay. So look at Dior.
Okay.
Is making a sneaker.
Wow. Have they ever done this before?
I don't know.
They're calling it Air Dior.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I think this is in the Rob Report. So look at them.
Wow.
Right?
Interesting.
Yeah. I would never wear them, but I got them for you.
It looks like a DC with Dior on the side of it, doesn't it?
It's Dior.
Yeah.
I have 2 vintage Dior jackets.
These are $900. The low tops are $900.
Dude,
the
it's
high
Dior.
tops.
What do you mean they're not? Like it's a thing. It's Dior.
Yeah, but like, I guess I didn't expect Dior to be like that bougie with
You
sneakers.
were gonna pay $275 for a sweater.
Yeah.
A sweatshirt.
Absolutely.
That wasn't even nice. I'm pretty sure it had holes in it.
No, they're super nice.
How much? Yeah, don't come. I know why you won't spend $900 on that, because it's a complete shoe. It doesn't have rips in it.
I didn't say I wouldn't. I was just surprised that they were that expensive. I don't know Dior very well. I know they're expensive, but I don't.
Christian Dior's amazing.
Like $1,100 for a high top. Like, like Jordans don't get that expensive.
This and say I could buy a car for that?
No, I'm just trying to like put it on the shoe spectrum of like where you know what I mean.
What it is it's in a league of its own. Though I will say, when I first scrolled down and saw that, and I just glimpsed that little graphic in there, I thought it was Hello Kitty sideways, but it's not. It's not. It's a Dior.
I don't have a problem with the price. I'm surprised. I guess.
They're cool. Here's the thing, though. For $1,100 sneaker, why is there Velcro on an $1,100 sneaker? Like, to me, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. So there's the sneaker news just for you, Paul.
That's
Aspen.
cool. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, do you have any fashion news?
Yeah. Our buddy Tate Carter.
Oh, I like Tate Carter.
Yeah, he sent us. I forgot to talk about it last week. I'm sorry, Tate. Yeah, Miata Tate.
Yeah, I love Miata Tate.
He's such a good guy.
Do you remember Miata Tate? Were you here for that episode when he was in our audience? No? Okay. I'm getting a perplexed look from the plague doctor. Dalton has graced us with his Halloween costume, which is a plague doctor, and he's very convincing.
Yes.
Yeah, he's committed too. He dyed his hair bleached his hair for the role.
What does that say about us, though?
What?
He dressed up as a plague doctor for our podcast.
Because it's right shit, and it's infecting everyone with crap. Dang it! I got a chuckle from the plague doctor.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, because he thinks my humor is funny, even though I'm about to die.
Mm-hmm. So Tate sent me this. It's a company called 686. They are known for making snowboard and skates. Yeah. So they're making a NASA exploration replica snowsuit.
That's amazing. I would buy that. I don't know what I'd use it for.
Yeah, I'd try to say
$450. What
Are
else
you
does it
saying
do?
you wouldn't buy that because it's $450?
What else does it do?
Keeps you warm, I guess.
I better use my urine to make my own coffee or something for $450.
Apparently keeps you very dry. It has taped seams, which is fully taped seams.
Yeah, fully. It even says fully.
Yes.
Shell design, airflow mesh line underarm vents. So it's not fully taped then, because there's mesh on the arms. This is stupid. I don't want to
Has a lifetime warranty.
Well, I'd have to for $450.
The question is, can you go to the moon in this?
No.
Is it dual purpose?
No, because there's mesh on the armpit, so you'll just
get all the air
up
inside.
And freeze and die or explode or whatever science is saying you do in the space now.
Right. Speaking of expensive hoodies, Best Made is back, and I'm so excited. So I bought this. So I bought this hoodie a year ago. It was $140, and it was like, I want to wear more expensive things because I feel like they last longer, and I just keep going.
They want you to think.
Well, so I've had this hoodie for a year, and it's like the exact same hoodie as I bought last year, and I've worn it so many times.
Do you want a medal?
No, I want Best Made to have a medal because they're amazing. They're the champions. So I got a Old Navy hoodie around the same time.
Yeah, which was a bad idea.
And in comparison, like the Old Navy hoodie is like weird shaped now,
well,
and
yeah.
So buying
Old
this,
Navy is probably weird shape to begin with.
It actually fit really well when I first got it.
Actually, I'm wearing Old Navy jeans, but that's fine.
But like in comparison, like you know how Old Navy jeans last versus designer jeans.
I've never worn a pair of designer jeans.
Really? Dude, they're amazing. They're so good.
Not never.
So I started wearing American Eagle because it's the closest thing we have to designer stuff in Billings.
Yeah.
And like they've lasted a really long time. I love them. Like I bought these jeans a year and a half ago, and they haven't changed much.
Nice. They look very
They're
nice.
$70. Yeah.
I'd pay that, I guess.
But I haven't bought a new pair of jeans in a year and a half.
But see, here's the thing. So I'm kind of, and I'm going to call myself out here. I am a hypocrite.
Okay.
Because I scoff at your $70 jeans, but I will not buy a cheap suit.
Right.
I won't buy a suit It's like a jacket from H&M.
Mm-hmm. And why?
Because it's crap.
Right. So you would rather spend the little extra money, the lot extra money.
I realize what I've done.
Yeah.
I've opened the door for you to prove your point that we fought about for like 9 episodes.
Right.
I know.
It's so good. I'm gonna buy you a best made hoodie as a Christmas present, and you're gonna be like, "This is the best thing ever," and it's gonna be awesome.
Best made I've ever had.
Yes,
it's the only best made I've had.
So they went away during COVID, and then they got bought by Duluth Trading Company.
I heard that.
Yeah. So
now they're doing long underwear too.
I don't know.
Maybe.
A lot of people were really upset at it because they're like, "Oh, they sold out and this and that."
I could see because Duluth. It's not like they were bought by like Etnies or anything, or like 686. They were bought by Duluth Trading Company, who literally have patented an underwear model that like keeps your swass down. So
right, but their stuff is less expensive now, which is nice. Not by much, but still. And I think they have better like access to distribution, which I would think. Trading Company. So I think it's a good move personally.
Yeah,
like I'm pretty stoked on it.
I'm excited to have a best made hoodie. Ooh! I have watch. I have a fashion news with the watch.
Okay.
Go to the watch.
Go into the watch.
This is a big deal for me.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. So for those of you who are just tuning in and don't know, I'm a huge Frank Sinatra fan. Rat Pack, that era. I was born the wrong era.
He really was.
I was. And I feel like if I was born around the time Frank was born, we'd have hung out. We'd have been buddies.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Absolutely. He would have been in a mob.
Who?
You.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd have been part of the Rat Pack. I like to say that. Mm-hmm. I don't. But yeah, I would have. That's a compliment.
You're welcome.
As the FBI surrounds the house. That was a compliment. However, Bulova, which I love Bulova. I've had several. They're doing Frank Sinatra signature watches.
Really?
Signature timepieces.
That's super sick.
Yeah. And like each one is to like a different song.
No way.
And they have like the Sinatra fedora and the signature.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at them up there. They're gorgeous.
Has no one done this before?
No, I don't think so. Look at the old Blue Eyes sitting right there.
There he is.
And on that one, he's actually old Blue Eyes. Because he's old.
Aged Blue Eyes.
Aged Blue Eyes.
I'm just saying shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How many synonyms for old can we come up with? Old, aged.
Decrepit.
Decrepit.
Over the hill.
Pushing daisies.
Yeah.
So there's one of my favorite movie scenes. This is a tangent, but one of my favorite movie scenes is when in Patch Adams, when Robin Williams can't connect with the patient that's going to die. So he literally just dresses up as an angel and goes and gives him synonyms for death.
Oh, yeah.
To die, to pass on, to puss over. Like, it was just so funny. Mm-hmm. And that's what that reminded me. Look at those watches,
Those are beautiful.
With the little date window.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker.
I'm sure we can.
So see, the best is yet to come. This is the Fly Me to the Moon. I really want that gold one.
Yeah, that's cool.
So then if you go down.
I like the color coordination
Young
of them.
Heart, My Way. So they have all these different styles. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
So these are just named after his most popular songs.
Well, some of them, yeah. But also like eras of his life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Man, that's really cool. It's a good find. Yeah. How's nobody done this before?
I don't know, because they're all idiots.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's my go-to when I'm like, I just don't understand why nobody's done this before. They're morons.
Do you know the price points of these?
They start like $8.95.
Is that good for a watch?
Well, I mean, it's an automatic, so it's like 21 jewel automatic. I mean, they're well-built watches. Bulovas are well-built watches. Yeah. I've sold them in my lifetime, and I've owned several.
Right. Watches are one thing I haven't dove into, partly because I'm afraid.
Well, it's an expensive, slippery slope.
Yeah, and that's like I kind of stay naive because I feel like.
So in my prime, my watch prime, my timepiece prime, I had 12.
Wow, what did you have? Apparently, there's a train going by.
So look at them; they're gorgeous.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. I love that
way.
Black and gold one, the My Way.
I like this gray with the black face.
Yeah, you like that?
That's super cool.
Yeah. Quick release clasp on those. So I had some Bulivas. I had a lot of Citizens. I had a Hamilton. I had a Cartier. I had a D&G watch, Dolce & Gabbana, but I loved this watch because it was so over the top. I've had a Burberry watch, which wasn't very good, but it looked good.
Yeah.
So even when it didn't run, I wore it 'cause I liked it. I like Burberry
I like
accessories,
stuff,
though. I'm an accessories guy. Just like he just dropped his accessory. I'm an accessories guy.
Speaking of accessories.
Yeah.
I came across a new to me brand. I don't know if they're new.
What's it called?
It's called Last Best Era. And it's a company themed around like the 80s and 90s cars, like racing eras.
Oh.
Yeah. So I thought it was a
good conversation.
Yeah, I thought it was a kind of a cool
I keep burping on the mic. I need to not do that.
or do you do it louder? One of the two. So this is their Instagram. It's just Last Era.
Oh, that's a great little logo they've got.
Yeah. They have this kind of simple helmet design.
Did you show me these guys already?
Mm-mm.
You and helmets lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on a big motorcycle kick recently.
Yeah. That was cute. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
they have a little thing too, like we do. Like
so they have a very simplistic sort of design style, as you know the design was in the 80s and 90s.
It was simple because it was unsafe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these cool shirts with racing flags on the back of them, Last Era.
Who's your favorite? That's a cool Audi picture. Who's your favorite race car driver?
Ever.
This is a good conversation.
It is really good. I know it's probably cliche, but Sebastian Loeb.
Dude, Loeb was good.
And he's not just like the all-time like rally champion winner. He's won 9 times, which is a big thing to do. But he's also done really well in Dakar. He's also done well in Formula One, Le Mans. Like the guy is so good. He's good on 2 wheels. Yeah, the guy can drive whatever he wants. You know.
And he's entertaining to watch.
Yeah, and he's good. You know, he's composed.
That's a good choice.
Thanks.
I support that.
Thank you. Who's yours?
Jim Clark.
Yeah.
Jim Clark. All day long.
Mm-hmm.
Though a close runner-up just for who he was and how he was Michael Schumacher. I'm really sad to know that he'll never race again. Because he would still be.
Oh, he'd still be on his game. Yeah, absolutely.
Lewis Hamilton would be scared. But speaking of, Lewis Hamilton just broke the record for most wins in Formula One.
Yeah, I saw that. 92.
92.
Yeah.
Yeah, and good on him because he's a hell of a racer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hell of a driver. And he's young.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jim Clark for me. Because of, I love that. One of my favorite stories is when he's doing these test laps and he comes into the pits and he goes, something's wrong with the back wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at it and they go, it's fine. They said, no, something's wrong with it. But he does a couple more tests, comes in, and that night they took that wheel apart, and a wheel bearing had just started to go bad.
Wow.
Like one of the little bearings of the wheel. And that's a whole different level.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just the way he, raced was just, and just who he was. He was very quiet, didn't seek fame, but he was. I think he'd have gone down in history as one of the greatest.
And that era of racing is just,
intense.
Yeah, it's so analog and it's so driver talented focused, where like a lot of cars now have a lot of assists and it's not as driver oriented, which I think why I like Loeb a lot because he's kind of on the edge of like he's just a great driver. You could probably take off all the assists and you'd still do really really well.
I think like. I tend, well, obviously, for a lot of reasons, I tend to flock to the old race drivers. But
sure.
But I think because they didn't have the assists, I think is part of the thing.
Sure.
Anyway, sorry.
Absolutely. No, it's good. So
go down to the martini one. I need that. I don't have anything to race, but I just want to wear it around.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah. So this company is really cool.
Oh, look at the group. Oh, look at that. Quattros.
Yeah, so they have a cool Instagram page.
Look at the little key tag. I'm all right. You've sold me.
Yeah,
I need about 9 things already.
It's a cool company for sure. I like what they're doing. Yeah, their Instagram is it's really, really cool account.
Yeah.
So there's that.
What's next?
What is next? Let me get rid of this thing. There we go. Let's see, did I have anything else? That's all I had for fashion stuff.
That's all I had for fashion stuff.
Yeah. Music.
I talked about Lucky Dutch.
Yeah, you talked about Lucky Dutch.
I've been listening to, strangely enough, Willie Nelson's son, Lucas Nelson, came out with an album recently, and one of the songs on it was the Georgia one. What is that called?
The one you sent me?
Yeah.
East Georgia or something?
No, it was his. Anyway, my brain just went, like I told you, you told me it like 10 minutes ago. But, yeah, and just great album. I've also been listening to, Elton John has done some really, like, weird, like, collaborations. Like, he did one with the Gorillaz, one with Surfaces.
Yeah.
And so I've just been listening to, like, some of his newer stuff, and it's kind of cool.
So good.
Yeah.
I love it.
And the Gorillaz.
You've been listening to Gorillaz?
Yeah, dude, he did a thing with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he joined forces with the Gorillaz, and they like cartooned him for the music video and everything. It was rad.
Amazing.
That's an honor.
I've really like as a band and like their creativity. I love the Gorillaz.
I've always loved the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Since their first album.
So good.
Which is not my normal style.
No, which is why I was like surprised that you said Gorillaz. I think I found my album of the year last week.
It's not from Knuckle Puck.
It's not from Knuckle Puck.
Thank God I can't do that
again. So the band that I mentioned last week, Kasbo, Kasbo.
Yeah.
They put out their I talked about the EP last week, and they put out their full album.
It's amazing.
It is beautiful. I think it may have changed how I listen to music. So like I was listening to it like running errands, right? And so I'd like get midway through.
You turn off, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd get in my car and try and like listen to where it picked up from. And the song, all the songs progress so beautifully, and everything has a purpose in their music.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that I had to restart. Yeah, I will. I had to restart. Post on the
Culture Beast page.
Yeah, I'll have to post the entire album because it's like a genuine album to me. I can listen to it from start to back.
I think that's why vinyls have made a comeback, because it's made people listen to music more intentionally.
Yeah. But this one I can listen to the entire thing, start to finish, and it's beautiful. It's kind of more electronic, but it's tasteful. It's kind of almost, if you think of like Porter Robinson or Median or early Postal Service, kind of in that era. It's kind of a mixture of all of those.
Oh, I'm excited.
Just beautiful harmony. It's just I cannot get enough of this album right now. And I talk about music passionately, but this is one of those albums that
I will listen to it.
I could go off forever, it's so good. Social Club Misfits released a new album today, which I love. Social Club, as far as like hip hop goes, I feel like they can't do much wrong when it comes to music.
I mean, they're good.
There's some really shitty songs, but like
so does everybody.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, in the shower, it's terrible.
But the new album is really good. It's called Feared by Hell. And they're just kind of like brass tacks dudes, like kind of putting out the music they want. They produce their own music, which is really cool. Which is
weird.
Yeah, they don't not a lot of hip hop artists like produce their own stuff.
No, Jay-Z does.
Does he?
And DJ Khaled. No, I'm saying they produce all the stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I thought that was so that's my two pieces of you had a miscellaneous piece of art.
Oh yeah,
news?
I just think this is really cool because I'm a nerd, as I so eloquently put it.
Which we love.
Yeah, there's this guy, and I can't remember his name. I read the article, but and he does this thing where he buys thrift store paintings and then paints a Star Wars scene in the thrift store painting.
What?
And it's wonderful.
That's awesome.
It makes me so happy. Look at this painting.
Yes. That is amazing.
I think that's so... You guys are so good.
So
this nice lighthouse, and all of a sudden...
So the website we're on is being a pill, but it's mymodern.net.
Yeah,
for those who are just listening.
I'll post it on the Culture Beast page, and it's hilarious. I love it so much. Don't fight with it.
I'm fighting with it. We're gonna go some rounds. I first saw something like this when I lived in Kansas City. I went to a coffee shop and this
Go back down to that painting.
Okay. I was at this coffee shop and they just had all this art on the walls and it was just thrift store stuff. And this guy would paint a duck in each one of
See?
Yeah.
But I would rather look at an AT-AT
Absolutely.
than I would a duck. And look, R2-D2.
This is
look at
so
it.
And it's like
and the Death Star's up there with the TIE fighters.
Yes.
And the lighthouse.
And it's to like the style of the painting,
yes,
which is
it's brilliant.
Incredible.
I love it so much.
This is perfect Culture Beast topic,
It
dude.
is. Look at it.
Yes.
Look at this. I love that. Look at this little X-wing TIE fighter thing in the snowy bridge over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
This is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. How cool is that?
Haley is a fantastic artist, by the way, and this is
really.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Her Instagram is what?
Look at this. Tell me that's not amazing.
I don't know what my Instagram is off the top of my head.
Well, it's funny. You just started following us, so I can tell you.
There we go.
It's the Haley Ash. That's it.
Yes.
Started following, and it's Haley.
So if you want,
if you tell us not to do something, we're gonna do the opposite.
absolutely,
because that's
how we do.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
This one's great. It's got the AT-AT and the back of a fishing, a dude fly fishing. It's so good.
I just love it so much. Look at the ducks and the TIE fighter. It's just wonderful.
So good.
I need prints of all of these.
You do.
I do. They're me. They're perfect.
Does he sell the prints?
He flipping should.
This one's got Godzilla.
It's so great. Look at it.
That is so.
What's the next one?
It's Star Trek.
Star Trek. That's so funny.
This is amazing.
It's Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty in one.
And it's still like the vibe of the painting.
Yeah.
The style.
Gosh.
I love that. That is pure lunacy, and I just think it's great.
And lightheartedness, and I absolutely love that. That fills me with joy.
It filled me with joy. That's why it had to be Culture Beast topic.
Yes. On to cars. Our favorite time of the...
That's my favorite time.
Yes.
What time is it, Paul?
It's car time.
It's car time.
It's car time, everybody, with Hugh and Paul.
Roll the tape.
We do need to get like some soundboard with like effects.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Okay. Do you want to? Can I talk about Kia now?
Yeah, you can talk about Kia for sure.
Talk about Kia. So Kia, in the last 10 years, they decided to start styling their cars, and not they decided to start styling their cars better. They decided to start styling them. Period.
Yeah, they put in a little effort.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord. And man, did they put in some effort. Well, the Optima was kind of their flagship, if you like. Not their flagship, but their main kind of easy street cruiser.
Easy street cruiser.
Street. Anybody? No? Okay, it's fine. That was Annie, by the way. You schmucks.
Wow, we are so uncultured swines.
I love what you do. I was going to say that. That made me happy. But what was it I want?
Kia,
that's right. So they came out with the Optima's replace. Did you break it?
Nope. It's just being fickle.
It hates you.
It just hates life. So
K5, they're calling it. It's the Optima's replacement. I saw one today. It's
on
out.
the street?
Yeah, it's gore.
Didn't we talk about this on the release?
We talked about it cars that we were excited for. It was cars to look forward to. Look.
Yeah.
Just go to see all 22 photos. You don't read any of that shit. Just look at the photos. It's gorgeous. And even in blue. Look at it in blue.
I just burped on air. Sorry.
Well, I've done it like 5 times already.
Yeah, because they did
look at it.
Wow, that is a well sorted interior.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Ugh, and the back is gorgeous too.
That blue is.
Yeah, I'm telling you what.
Wow, that is a good blue.
I'd buy one.
That would look good on gold wheels. Real good.
Look good on what?
Gold wheels. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Park the car. I want it. Where's the back?
That gray. Ooh.
Yeah.
Was this the one they did the really shitty release on where they jumped the thing?
Maybe.
I watched the release of this. I think I talked about this on Culture Beast a while ago.
The release of the K5. Maybe it was. Whatever it is, I want one.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the prettiest cars, domestic cars on sale, or like domestic meaning like normal people will buy it.
Sure.
I think it's one of the prettiest accessible cars.
Oh, there's the back.
Look
at
it.
Yeah, that's a good back end. For sure. A lot of companies are doing this strip across like the C-pillar.
Yeah.
It's like it's a trending thing now.
Yeah.
Every company's doing that.
Which is fine. It's great.
Yeah.
I love that car. Noticing. I love the car.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And the blue, it's got to be in that blue.
I think if I owned it, I think I'd probably color match that that chrome thing that goes through the back.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'd color match that.
Yeah.
Or I'd make it black.
Right.
Or gold.
I do like how this has a black roof, though. That's really cool.
Yes.
That's super cool.
Yes.
Yeah, as Jeremy Clarkson would say.
I'm excited for that. Now, let's go back to the article real quick, because I just want to touch on a few, quid pro quo, and touch on a few of the facts.
Okay, let me get down there.
This cigar is really good.
Yeah, so is mine. I'm really enjoying this thing. Yes.
How's that for a plague, Doc? Get out of here, GLA. We're not talking to you.
We're not talking to you.
Oh, gosh. If this takes any...
We're back to...
That's fine. We don't need it. But anyway, look up the K5. I'll post on it. That'll be great.
Did you read any... Did you memorize any of the information about it?
I never do.
Well, we can say it has 4 wheels.
Yep.
It has a steering wheel.
Yeah.
It
nice
is
one.
gas powered.
Yeah, I think it's... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Love it.
Doesn't run on camels.
Cigarettes or the animal?
Both.
Yes.
So what do you got for motor trend or motor news? That was a motor trend, by the way.
Yeah, motortrend.com. I'm still trying. This drives me crazy. Anyways,
it's not one thing; it's another.
I've noticed that Nissan is releasing the Z properly.
Well, Magnus Walker, they dropped the prototype by his...
That's what I'm saying. They're giving it to all these influential people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
he liked it.
Did he? I didn't.
From what I understand, he liked it.
Okay.
Speaking of Magnus Walker, not to step on you.
Go ahead.
He showcased your car. I put that on Culture Beast for you.
Which one?
The Roma.
Yeah, I watched just like the little snippet.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes, I did. You need to watch it.
What did he say?
He liked it.
Did he have any
Well, I don't remember. I've drank since then.
How many times?
I don't know if it's a lot. I don't know if it's good that we're doing a podcast in front of a live studio audience and they're on their phones. Like, is that... Oh, she's like, I'm doing homework. But I just feel like, are we boring?
No, we're not boring.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
So good.
She nodded. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm a sucker for that.
But then they give the Z to Larry Chen, the famous automotive photographer, and he just photographed it around L.A.,
which is perfect.
Yeah,
it's because it needs an industrial urban feel.
Yeah, and I just like how Nissan is doing this.
I really like it. No, I didn't when it first came out. Mm-hmm. It's growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's a prototype.
Yeah, and I hope it looks just like that.
I hope so too. I mean, it could. I think there's room for improvement.
Well, yeah,
but
that they could do the front end could use some work.
But yeah, I just noted that this week as I was kind of combing through stuff. Like, they're doing a really nice job with releasing this car.
Nissan just kind of does things under the radar, and then boom, then they're good at what they do.
Yeah. But I think we're kind of seeing, like, now that we're talking about it, we're kind of seeing that trend of auto manufacturers targeting like a specific audience, more so than I think we've seen. Here's some Culture Beast topic.
Since the 90s.
Since Subaru.
Ooh, since old Subaru. Mm-hmm. Not new Subaru.
Since 2008. Remember
Yeah.
when the hatchback, they introduced the hatchback?
That STI
Yeah,
hatch.
yeah.
Which is still, I mean, that's a good looking car.
It
And
is.
I hate hatchbacks.
Their commercial for it was all rally based, all like the whole thing, them beating up these rally cars, you know.
It's great.
And that was, I can't remember a marketing platform
No.
since then until now.
Yeah.
So with like the Bronco, with
People are starting to they're starting to figure it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
which gives me more hope for like sports cars and enthusiast-based cars, you know, because it's not just like this like mom and dad 4-door whatever, you know,
with a big engine.
Mm-hmm. So pretty interesting stuff, man.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it.
So
Speaking of like enthusiast driven,
yes,
click on that Brabus rocket for me.
okay,
Brabus, sorry.
Brabus.
Got to be German. It's a Brabus.
It is a Brabus.
It is a Brabus, y'all.
Speaking of which, remember Volkswagen's ads back in the day?
Yeah.
That's
Unpimp Your Ride.
Unpimp Your Ride. That
I
was
forget that actor's name, but he was perfect.
He was so good.
He's so funny.
There was one car that they smashed. I was like, oh no.
Oh no! Don't do it!
Don't do
Don't do
it.
it! Oh no! Oh no, boys and girls! And we're off the air.
And we're off the air, folks. Trademark
Mom, that
infringement.
guy said Mickey said shit.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
What is this?
So,
Oh,
Embolden
Bentley?
is a website that I frequent now. So this is Brabus. They take Mercedes for the most part and just do stupid stuff with them, and I love that. This is, now if you go down just a smidge, okay. So it's based,
Down more. Wow.
Yeah. So it's based on the AMG GT sedan,
Uh-huh.
but it's delivering 888 horsepower and
Wow.
922 foot-pounds of torque.
Dang.
At a top speed of 205 miles an hour in a grocery getter.
Dang.
It has 4 doors and a trunk.
Wow. This thing's cool.
I love it. I need one. I need one bad.
Wow.
And it's just, okay, that's too much power.
That's a lot of power.
It's too much.
Yeah.
But I think part of it, that's part of the fun, is that when you press that start button, because nobody has keys anymore.
Sure.
You press the start button and it rumbles to life and all the dials go, because they'll have to show you that they can go the full length and then come back.
Right.
And they're fancy and all the lights and things and bells and whistles on the thing. You
Sure.
have to about the seat belt. And then you have to do the whole things and the seat comes forward and everything. It's great. When you do it with this car, even just to go get eggs, there is a chance, like a higher chance than normal, that you will die.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
Do you have to like get new life insurance policies and stuff when you?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it.
Wow, that interior. Those vents are sweet.
Everything.
I feel like I'd bump that little joystick. You know what I mean?
Dunk.
Yeah. Oops,
Yeah,
and now
go
we're in
reverse.
reverse. Yeah.
And then you have.
And there's my
look at
transmission.
those wheels, though.
That's crazy. Are those carbon fiber wheels?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
They're kind of reminiscent of like turbofans. You know?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But I just love.
You got a big old wide body, wide kit on it. I like the black. The black on black's my jam.
Grumpy looking. I love it.
That's a good find.
Oh yeah, I've been holding on to that one for a week now. Look at it, just no body roll.
Yeah. I
love
really
it. I
like
think
that.
it's gorgeous.
That big mouth front end on
Oh yeah,
it.
it's well that's their new look they're going for. All of them are having. Even the SUVs have that now.
I usually make fun of cars with wings like this.
Yeah, but it's not.
But I like the swing.
Yeah, it's understated.
It
It's
is.
but yeah, it's just grumpy. I love it, and I bet you, true to AMG's engines that have been tuned with exhaust, it probably makes noises that make you not be able to think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably
absolutely.
loud as snot.
Wake the neighbors, wake the dead.
Like when it started, and I love that.
Zombie mode.
It's like Kira's Jeep.
Yeah.
Race car noise. She literally thought that thing was going to explode, and all it was doing was,
Which I think is hilarious. Shouts to Kira.
Bless her.
Plus Kira. She started a new podcast, by the way. Did you see that?
I did. I haven't listened to it. It's
I listened to
on my list.
one episode today.
How was
Should
it?
we shout her out?
Yeah, let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
So our podcast is called A Book and a Beverage.
Yeah.
And apparently she is going to be reading books and having beverages and talking about the books.
That seems fair.
Which I'm not a huge reader, but I love my friends doing creative things.
Yeah, so we're gonna. Yeah.
So we'll shout out.
I
Kira.
read a lot, but
I do not.
I don't know.
But
It's perfect.
I just love my friends like doing really creative, fun things.
Yeah.
Now getting to know Trevin, and like what he's doing.
Trevin's been a friend of mine for a while, and he's just
So
a
good.
solid egg.
A little bit of some kind of off-topic, not off-topic, but Ken Block sold one of his rally cars for proceeds to go to a charity.
How much?
$200,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
We could buy that.
For like a car that probably cost at least $500,000 to build
That's
and prep.
cool. Good for him.
Yeah, I thought
Ken's
that was
a
really
good,
cool. Yeah.
Solid guy.
Mm-hmm. So I thought there was just kind of a bit of kind of cool kind of news.
Speaking of really fast, we were just talking about really fast car. We talked about the SSC
Mm-hmm.
to
The Tootnautica?
that one.
That one. One last
that we
week.
can't pronounce
Mhm.
last week. I knew it was only a matter of time,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know who I was going to hear from first.
Yeah.
Koenigsegg, Bugatti, Hennessy, or Pagani.
Right.
One of them was going to say something.
Right.
The silence has been broken.
Mm-hmm.
Bugatti has put out a new track monster.
It's true.
1,895 horsepower, I believe. Capable of over 300 miles an hour. There's one problem.
It's not street legal.
It's disgusting looking.
You don't like it?
I think it looks disgusting. It's a Batmobile, and it's nasty, and I hate it.
I think it looks like one of like Kyle Salim's renders put to life.
You know, it
what
kind
I
of,
mean?
it reminds me of those crazy ass Hot Wheels used to get back in the
Yeah.
day.
Which makes me stoked.
I don't like it at all.
I thought it was a render when I first saw it.
No, it's not. It's real. It exists.
But
In some crazy car, cold hell, it exists.
I'm kind of a fan of it just because it's so outlandish and like, are those the headlights? Those X's are the headlights?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I kind of dig it.
I don't. I think it's dumb.
It's a.
I want Bugatti to get back to making like ultra luxury cars
Yeah.
that happen to be fast. I don't like them making these futuristic Batmobiles with scaffolding on the back and fancy demon eyes
Mm-hmm.
and we have to beat the speed record. No, the Veyron, the Chiron, all the way back to the Type 57 Atlantica. It was about luxury and class and it was about presence, and
Yeah.
that looks like it has to be home by 9:30 so it can fight crime in the morning. It looks like a Hot Wheels car.
Yeah.
825 horsepower.
Yeah.
Which is it's the Bolide. It's going to be some fancy because they can't ever just call it the Bugatti. Look, it's stupid.
Is that the real car?
I think that might be a rendering.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
I don't know. And if it is the real car, it's stupid. If it's a rendering, it's stupid.
I feel like I would like it better if it was not black with blue accents. If it was all one color.
That's Bugatti's thing.
Yeah.
Is that's their colors.
I think if it was a different color scheme, I'd like it more.
You know what car I miss from Bugatti?
Which one?
The EB110. Remember that
Mhm.
90s supercar they did?
Yeah.
That was flippin' cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know what car I don't miss from Bugatti? All of them since. Actually, I was a big fan of the Veyron.
Veyron, yeah.
Except the interior, it was too bland.
I've
But
never been a Bugatti fan.
I've always, dude, their old stuff, like the
Their
Type
old stuff,
57
absolutely,
Atlantica.
100%.
Ugh.
Yeah, their old stuff is great.
No, it is. I think the Type 57 is one of the most beautiful cars ever built. Pre-war car. You know how I feel about pre-war cars.
I know how you feel about pre-war
I
cars.
love my pre-World War II
Yes.
cars.
I'm so
Coach
excited for you to
building.
own one someday.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna own my Auburn and my Delahaye and
Yep.
my SSK Mercedes but yeah, I think it's just gorgeous. I'd like to see them do a throwback to one of them, like a new Type 57.
Absolutely.
Call it, I don't know, the Atlantica. You already have the patent. Use
Someone's
it.
going to.
Well, they already have.
Right.
They've made renderings. They're dumb. They're
Sure.
stupid.
But I feel like someone's going to actually gonna, like produce it at some point.
You know what I want, Alpha? You know what? I want a car that come back, a retro car.
Something with
like
Alpha, since you headed towards it.
Alfa Romeo, the Montreal.
I'm not familiar with it.
Ooh,
Should I look it up?
yeah.
Okay.
The Alfa Romeo Montreal, I think, was... It's one of those... Because it's an Alpha, and it's from back in the day, so it's weird. But it's one of those things that, like, it's so weird that it's like an English Bulldog. It's so weird, and it doesn't make sense, but that makes it really desirable and cute. I would love to have an English Bulldog. Why? I don't know, but I want one.
What's it called? The Alpha?
Montreal. M-O, like Montreal, but you have to say it Montreal.
I'll say it all French.
You have to say it all. I've say it all French.
Y'all gotta say it all
which
French.
is the most American thing besides French fries you could have said. Look at it. It's so cool.
That is cool.
It's so cool.
It looks really small and awesome.
It's not. It's actually. It's not
front
that
end?
small. Yeah. But look at those hidden headlights.
Yeah,
and they
that's
pop
sick.
up. See, isn't that cool?
Oh, does Jay Leno owns one? I'm sure.
Well, of course he does.
What doesn't he own?
But yeah, you can pick one of those up for about $60,000.
And never drive it.
But look at it. It's cool.
It is cool. It's quirky cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's quirky cool. I want a modern retro build of one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back them. You brought back the Giulia. You know, you invented the Stelvio.
Right.
You know, they're bringing back Alpine. They're bringing back, the A110. They're bringing back all these, the Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me back a Montreal. Alfa Romeo, please bring me a one-on-one. Build me one.
Please.
Please. So I'm like, please, because I want it. He's like, please, so I'll stop talking.
Please, so I can drive it as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
I keep going back to that Maserati supercar we talked about a few.
Oh boy,
That's a beautiful car.
I haven't done a lot of research on it,
I like it a lot.
and I think I haven't done a lot of research on it because you like it.
That's fair. I just like the classiness of it. It's just such a good, beautiful.
Well, I think a supercar is supposed to have a bit of. Sorry, piece of tobacco. A supercar is supposed to have a bit of classiness, and I think, if I may, I just got tobacco all over my lip. I think that's what hypercars lack.
Right.
Hypercars are more like, I will say though, I still stand by to this day, the prettiest hypercar out there is the P1.
Yeah, the P1 is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. I just rewatched the first Grand Tour episode yesterday. Mm-hmm. I forgot how beautiful those cars are.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah,
what's next?
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, well, I'm going to start an argument and then we can go.
Go ahead.
So, I'm going to start an argument with Voya here in a minute. This cigar is just falling apart right where my mouth goes. I'm not happy about it. You mentioned the Sebastian Loeb.
Yeah.
But if you look at Sebastian Loeb's record in the grand scheme of things,
okay,
it's not as impressive as, say, Schumacher's or Hamilton's or even really, Ricciardo. So, if he is as good as you say and he can drive anything on 2 wheels, why doesn't he have a better record?
What do you mean? He's got a great record.
Yeah, but he's not as, say, he's not as, like, what's the word I want? Consistently successful as, say, Ricciardo or Schumacher or...
I think it's different. It's different circumstances because the people you're talking about are all Formula One drivers, which is all asphalt.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we played dirt?
Yeah.
How different those stages were from ice to gravel to tarmac.
Yeah.
All three different disciplines.
Yeah.
And he's done that 9 times.
Yeah.
In like different chassis.
Isn't he the guy that threw that car off a mountain though?
What's that?
Who was that guy that threw that car off a mountain? That was Loeb, wasn't it?
Oh. That was a privateer.
Well, there goes the next 5 minutes of my argument.
But also the notable achievement is how much the FIA changed the regulations through his career.
That's true.
With engine displacements,
yep.
They got smaller, and he still kept winning.
He's killing it. He is good. I was just trying to start an argument.
And he even went with Peugeot for the hill climb.
Yeah,
smashed that time.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've seen Formula One drivers try and cross into rally, and they don't last. You know?
But rally drivers crossing in Formula One do okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Loeb did really well in Le Mans.
Okay, so Formula One driver, who's your favorite?
I don't want to say Lewis Hamilton because of his popularity. Mm-hmm. I want to say Lewis Hamilton because of the person that he is. I've watched interviews with him and kind of like watched him, and he seems like a very solid, composed.
Yeah.
Sure, he makes a lot of money, but he isn't like this.
Yeah, he does. Gets a brand new Mercedes every year.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you saw him in just like an airport, I don't know if you'd really
He'd hang out, I think.
Yeah, he'd be that kind of approachable sort of a dude,
Yeah.
you know. And he starts his own fashion lines, you know.
He has a Shelby. He has a GT500 Eleanor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I learned that not too long ago. I'm a Ricciardo fan. Daniel Ricciardo, he's always smiling.
Yeah.
He's a damn good damn good car driver. And doesn't let his enthusiasm for the sport get dampened when he has a bad team, which he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think he's great.
I'm not as well versed with Formula One as I am rally.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've known and seen the more popular drivers, you know, and it's hard to miss, you know.
Well, he's always smiling. It's hard to miss him. He's got really big white teeth too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. How was your Yellowstone?
It's really good.
Good. You can have mine.
Done with it?
Yeah. It's not my favorite,
No.
and that's strange to me.
What is your?
I just feel like my palate for bourbon's just becoming a bit more discerned, and there's certain
Which
things
is good.
that I like. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and certain things I don't like, and
Yeah.
I think one the heat for me was a factor, and I think it is. But more so, I think it's just a little too sweet for me. My palate has changed the last 5-6 years, and I don't have the sweet tooth I used to.
Yeah.
Except for cannolis and ice cream.
And you didn't
cake.
bring any cannolis tonight, did you?
No, but they're in my freezer.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I had low expectations for this because of its branding. It's just not a
Well,
label.
it's in a show now.
Yeah, but it's just not a label that like really like grabs me and is like, hey, like this is sweet. You should, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't fit within like what I'd usually pick off of a shelf.
No. I think next week. You're here next week? You're gone next week.
I'm here next week. Yeah.
You're here next week. I think we're going to be tasting some scotch.
Sweet.
And this is kind of a precursor. We'll end on this, but there's what do they call that? A documentary.
Okay.
Called Scotch: The Golden Dream.
Sweet.
It's on Hulu and Prime and those, and it's about a guy who's been in the Scotch business for, I think, almost 50 years or over 50 years. And he bought this kind of ailing distillery and revamped it. It's called Bugatti.
Oh, okay.
And it's about that long.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have the classic Lottie,
Cool.
which is their classic scotch.
Sweet.
Next week.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I've been getting more into scotches, and I've always been into scotches, but I'm diving more into them.
Which is great.
And there's just more to love.
So we have been sourcing all of our alcohol from the state liquor stores here in Billings.
Yep.
So shouts to them. Thank you for all of that. So we'll go and support them and see if we can get some of that from them next week.
Yeah. And depending on weather, I think we might be back in the summit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could see. We'll throw some heaters up in this mug and
Yeah, it could be.
maybe see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't do well in the cold.
Yeah, neither do I. But
So
we'll just scoot our chairs a little bit closer together and
no.
no body heat.
No.
Come on, man.
Nope.
Live a little.
Nope. Oh, I'm living just fine without sharing body heat with you. On that
That's
bombshell.
fair.
No. Thank you to our lovely studio audience.
Yeah, like I said. Dalton
to
Haley hanging out
Dalton
with us
Haley,
tonight.
Plague Doctor. And
everyone be safe on Halloween tomorrow.
Yeah, get hammered.
Call us if you need rides.
Call Paul if you need rides. He will be hammered. Actually,
I'm not going to be hammered.
No, I'm out of town tomorrow because I don't even want to deal with it.
Nice.
I don't even want to deal with it.
I'm probably going to be working tomorrow. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for listening and for hanging out with us tonight. And
Cheers.
as always, if you have any cultural shenanigans or happenings around the United States or the world or the interplanetary system,
it's a thing now.
it's a thing. Yeah.
There's water on the moon. Shoot.
Is there?
Yeah, they just did a whole thing about it.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's more water than they expected.
Interesting.
I don't know what that means, but apparently it means that... and they've discovered an asteroid that is worth... Now, how did they say it? It's worth 70 times the global economy.
Didn't they say it was like 10 trillion or something?
No, dude, there was way more commas than that.
Yeah, I forgot now.
But dude, it's like 70 times the global economy.
So Amazon's buying it.
Dude, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are going to join
Yeah.
forces, to which the likes have never been seen, and they call themselves
Why is
Tenacious
it?
D.
Why is it?
That's right. 10 quintillion?
10 quintillion.
Okay, so Haley, you're smart. What is quintillion? Break it down.
Millions, billions, trillions.
Yeah.
Quadrillions and quintillions.
So millions, trillions, billions, or millions, billions, trillions. I'm trying to just repeat it because you don't have a mic.
Millions.
So there's millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions, and then quintillions.
Quin.
So a quintillion is a quadrillion trillion.
Yes.
Or a million quadrillion. I don't know. It's stupid.
Here's your million quadrillions. Yes. I've always wanted million quadrillions.
Yeah, that's what my life insurance policy is going to be.
Spend it on the planet.
If a man wanted to, he could get a few good life insurance policies, and like set his family up, like for generations. I've got one. I think when I die, I think whoever's in my will gets like $10.
Me?
Yep.
Yes. Rad.
You, Dean, and Ezra gets $10 for college.
Rad.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll give them I'll split it and get 5 and 5 and 5.
15 each. That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
So that's a quadrillion? Quadrillion?
Quintillion.
Quintillion, which is more than a quadrillion.
Oi, it's the
Quintillions at the helm.
Australians made that up.
Goodness gracious me. I feel like we have a good debt, aren't we? What, were you not listening?
I said, and then it goes sextillion and septillion.
I feel like that's a bit vulgar for a family show.
And I put an E on this one.
Yeah. Well, as always, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. This is Culture Beast.
This is Culture Beast. Roll the music.
Cue the tapes.
We don't have Ryan to.
Bow, 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 bow.